Hello, my cosmic family. What is up? Welcome back to the Cosmic Revolution channel. I'm Maddie, and we have our October Tarotscopes today, but this is going to be a little bit of a special edition one. Normally, I do them by your sign for your sun and your rising, but I am taking the week off because I'm actually getting married this Saturday. So I'm super excited to marry my life wizard, beautiful Libra, Scorpio rising, Aquarius moon. So excited to join in just a sacred celebration with him and our closest loved ones. But I didn't want to leave you hanging. So instead of doing all 12 Tarotscopes or doing none, I'm going to do one special reading. And that will be just as normally we do it. What's the theme of the month for October? And, what is our spiritual self-care message? And then what is a note from our higher selves? What do we need to hear right now? What's that sassy text from that higher consciousness? What do we need to remember about ourselves and our power and our magic? All right, so let's get to it. Now, October, I know from astrology, is going to be a little spicy, especially starting later in the month. We have Mercury in Scorpio retrograde. We're still going to be in Mars retrograde. Of course, Mercury goes direct on the election day in the United States of all days. So let's see, let's tune in. Let's see what we have going on here. So I'm going to use a tarot card for our energy around us. And I'm going to use a goddess card for our soul-centered self-care message. And then of course, I'm going to use our deck, a note for your higher self, for the last one. Okay, so the tarot card for the month ahead for October, I was kind of preparing for much worse, so this is a pleasant surprise. So October, it's 8 of Cups. The first thing I think about with this is this abundance, this spiritual abundance that comes from the heart space. And the message that I keep getting right now for all of us, there's a lot happening in the world, but it's really up to us to cultivate some of that peace and that positivity and that prosperity that comes from spirit, from ourselves, from our heart, from time with loved ones, time in nature, doing things that light us up. It's like self-care, but really to the next level of self-care. And 8 is that number of abundance. It's the infinity loop turned up on its head. And 8 also, this brings to mind for October, we're going to be in Libra season into Scorpio. So happy solar return season for my Libras and Scorpios. And I can't help but think about Scorpio and that 8th house energy. This might be a good month to go do some shadow work, to do some clearing of the psychic, the subconscious. What are we cleansing? What is this 2020? What has it revealed to us? What is something that's a pattern that we're ready to transcend from? What is something that we're ready to shift in our life and to take our power back and do that inner transformation work that helps our outer world? Okay, so but this is really a positive, blessed energy around that for the month ahead. That's the theme. And then our soul-centered self-care message, is Saraswati, the arts. So this is from the Doreen Virtue Goddess deck, and it says, express yourself through creative activities. And that just feels so much of what's going on right now is like this call to expression through art, through music, through writing, through storytelling, through filmmaking, through dance, through painting. This is a time where art is necessary, is a necessity. Art is being born. And I find that most people I work with, and you might even resonate with this, have something creative to share with the world. And maybe you never have felt that way before, or you never knew what it was. This is it. Your soul-centered self-care is you do have something creative that wants to move through you, and just set aside some time for that, or set aside time to soak up inspiration, listen to music, look at art, watch filmmaking, not just for entertainment, but almost for inspirational purposes. Okay, expression. I also mentioned shadow work before. When we talk about shadow work, creative expression is the exact opposite of what shadow suppression. Suppression and repression, suppressed and repressed, are the exact opposite of expressed, okay? So if something came up in that shadow work, express it. Do something, let it move through you. And then a note from your higher self. Interesting, for October, our sassy little quick text, SMS from our higher self, just says yes. If this is a sign, if you're looking for a sign, this is it. That book, write it. That dream, act on it. That trip, go for it. This is a big, juicy yes. And I love this because we could look at the world around us and we could feel like everything feels like a no right now, but that's not true. That's just a consensual form of reality that we don't have to opt into. This is actually a moment for yes, and this Mars retrograde has been asking us to say yes to what we really desire and almost have any frustrations or irritations lead us to the breaking point of standing up for what we believe in and acting on what we desire. Okay, so that is your October tarot scope. Thank you for being patient and bearing with me for doing this one mega group one. But even though I'm taking this week off, I still wanted to show up for you, a beautiful community that we are so, so grateful for. So I'm sending you lots of love for a star-dusted, magical October.